in order to get this, you used to have to take this with this and go somewhere. But now, thanks to this, you can get this without this. Let's talk about innovation and checks. Well, rise and shine, leaders. This is Glenn Guyton, your cultural futurist, equipping organizations with effective strategies to foster a culture of innovation, reduce workplace stress, and elevate team performance. It's time for our executive coffee break. I have my beverage in hand. I hope you have yours too. They say you can't choose your family, but you can choose your workplace culture and your beverage. Of course, leadership matters, so you might as well get good at it. If you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe. Well, have you ever found yourself in a bind, needing to deposit a check, but without the time to visit a bank? Well, you are not alone. So today I am going to talk about the game-changing innovation of the mobile check. Now, as many of you may or may not know, I live in San Antonio, Texas, which is the home of USAA. You might have seen the commercials with Gronk talking about USAA, and it's a bank that was designed for military service members and their families. And if you watch the commercials, you know Gronk can't be a member of it because he doesn't have any relatives in the military. Sorry, Gronk, but I do. And so one of the interesting things about USAA is that they are the ones that pioneered the technology for the mobile check. Isn't that great? That is one of the most fantastic innovations, life-changing innovations in recent history that I can think of. That's just so convenient for day-to-day life. It's a game changer, right? And again, I remember going to the bank with my dad, and writing out those deposit slips and waiting in line and having to get to the bank on time because banks were always like closing on the holidays. They close early, they open late. So all of those things, there was a saying about bankers' hours. And so you could only get to the bank at a certain window to do your business. And if you worked, it was really difficult to go to the bank, and you needed money, right? Or you had to go to the ATM machine. Well, you still have to go get cash, right? So I said, hey, to get this, but you still have to get cash. So you may have to go to the ATM machine or whatever. But depositing checks is easier. Like I deposit all of my checks. This is my checkbook that I rarely use. I've had this checkbook for a while. I can't remember the last time I actually had to write a check or use a deposit slip. But I still have my checkbook. And now I have this thing right here. This is my little check stamper because I deposit all my checks at home. So when you all mail me checks, even though I don't know why people are still writing checks, but they are. So I use my little check stamper so I don't have to write out everything. I just stamp it, take a picture of it, and it's done. You just take a picture of your check and your money is in there the same day. Sometimes I'm on the road dealing with my wonderful clients, and they will give me a check. They'll hand me a check when I get to my speaking engagement, and I just take a picture of it right there. As soon as I get back to my hotel room, boom, the money is deposited, and that's great. And that's thanks to USAA. And I was talking to a friend of mine, another professional speaker who was doing an event for USAA, and we were talking about the mobile check, and the kind, wonderful people at USAA were giving me a tour. They were telling me about this innovation. And I was like, hey, I thought it was just normal. Like I forgot about when the checking industry turned in 2009 because I'm a member of USAA. I thought everybody had mobile checking. I had no idea, no clue that USAA, they were the pioneers of this technology back in 2009. See, I just took it for granted because I have such a wonderful relationship with USAA. But Yeah, so I'm here in the city where it all happened, where all the magic happened. But what drove this innovation? Why the mobile check revolution? And so I want to share just 5 takeaways that we can learn from USAA's innovation. Number one, you have to understand your customers' unique needs. This is what led to the development of mobile checks. So USAA recognized the specific challenges of their clients, military members, right? They're not in one place, they're all over the place. And so USAA can't build a bank everywhere. They can't have a physical banking location at every military base, everywhere in the world that military people are stationed. And so mobility and remote access was important for deployed military members or for their family members who were stuck back home. By innovating in response to these needs, they not only enhanced service for their customers, but they created a new industry standard. So by paying attention to the needs of your customers, your specific customers, you can transform not only your workplace, but the workplace of others. Again, many of you use this mobile check-in option, right? It's not even an option now. It's a necessity. Who goes to the bank? Sometimes I go because I like to see the people. I like, hey, how y'all doing today? Number two, leverage technology to enhance accessibility. So we talk about things about accessibility, accommodations. Technology is one of the things that helps us get there. Mobile check deposit is a prime example of using technology to make essential services more accessible. You don't have to be woke to do it. It's just more accessible. It just makes sense. Think about how your organization can leverage technology to remove barriers for your customers or employees. There are many types of barriers that we can think about. But again, when we remove a barrier for one demographic, it benefits so many other people. Did you know that you needed mobile deposit before 2009? You probably did. You didn't think about it. But there were some people who's like, hey, I can't get to the bank. I'm elderly. I can't drive, or I have a physical disability that doesn't allow me to travel. I don't have a car. So there are a number of barriers there that this mobile checking deposit process has helped to eliminate. So just think about those things that you can do to enhance accessibility and how technology can help you. I love technology. I do. It's great. It's wonderful. I love that I can just go and flip my lights on. I don't have to light a candle to see in the dark. So technology is our friend. Number three, set industry standards. USAA's initiative sparked widespread adoption across the banking sector. When you innovate, consider how your solutions can set new benchmarks and lead industry-wide changes. Again, everybody, I was mad. I had another bank. I had a couple of different banks. And, before the economic collapse of 2008, I probably had like 4 banks because banks would offer these different incentives. And let me move my money here and get a better interest rate. Let me move my money here and get a better interest rate. But when I started banking with these other banks, I was like, how come they don't have like mobile deposit? Again, I thought it was just a normal thing. I thought everybody had mobile deposit. I didn't realize it was just a convenience of USAA. It's a wonderful bank. I love it. So if you're eligible, join up. But they set the industry standard for mobile deposits. Their mobile app is excellent. So many ways USAA has pioneered the way, or set the industry standards, and it's wonderful. And again, for someone like me that's been a long time member, I will never leave USAA. I can't imagine really banking with other banks because it's frustrating. They don't have the same type of standards that USAA does, or their standards are lower, so they have to raise them in order to capture that same customer satisfaction. Number 4, focus on inclusivity. We talked a little bit about accessibility. Now let's think about inclusivity. This innovation wasn't just about convenience, but it was about ensuring service members stationed worldwide had equal access to banking. In your leadership, how can you ensure all team members, regardless of their circumstances, have equal access to the tools and resources that they need? That's what inclusivity is about. Again, it's not just about being woke, and people try to turn these things around and be dumb about inclusion and diversity and things like this. But if we really want to drive innovation, we need to think about how our business decisions impact others. What are the barriers? What are the things that are keeping people from performing at their best, or even keeping us from having access to our clients, or our clients having access to us? That's the problem that USAA solved, because people were spread all over. They were in different situations, different circumstances. And so they needed a way to be able to interact with the company, to do business. And as they traveled from place to place, people wanted to stay with the same bank, especially if they had, family members. That stability was important. So this mobile checking really helped a lot. It really helped a lot. Just think, when you move every 4 to 5 years, you have to uproot so many things in your life. But if you could just keep your bank consistent, hey, it's a wonderful thing. And they even allow you to use other ATMs. They would offset the cost and the ATM fees, which is a great convenience. So again, inclusivity, setting industry standards. Number 5, one great thing about USAA, and I met with some of their innovators there, but you have to promote a culture of continuous improvement in your organization. The development of mobile check deposits didn't stop with its initial launch. It spurred continuous improvement in app functionality, security, reminding us that innovation is an ongoing journey and not a destination. So we got to keep that culture of innovation going. We got to keep our people engaged in doing creative things. So I love it. I love that culture of innovation. That's how you can change your workplace. Think about something as simple as this. It's not simple, but it's simple to us now, as mobile checking, how it changed your life, how it changed the lives of others, how it changed the industry. That's the great thing about innovation. It is. It's just it's exciting, right? That's the wonderful thing about innovation. So go out there and do some innovation, do some innovating, create that culture of innovation in your workplace. Think about the 5 things that I mentioned. Understand your customer needs. Number 2, leverage technology to enhance accessibility. Number 3, set industry standards. Number 4, focus on inclusivity. And number 5, promote that culture of continuous improvement. So go out there, do something great today. Let's not forget the strength and perseverance that it takes to lead with empathy and inclusivity. Better leaders get better results. So to every one of you leading the charge for a more supportive and inclusive workplace, I leave you with this. Stay bold, stay inspired, and remember that your actions today shape the culture of tomorrow. My name is Glenn Guyton. You all have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day.